Hi, and thank you for joining me for another short talk. Friends, what's going on with all these online demonic encounters we see on YouTube? Videos that get millions of hits. Honestly, friends, if the best thing, a demon who was supposedly created over 6,000 years ago, if the best thing he could think of saying when confronted with a webcam is things like, Jesus, my name is the devil, all these silly words, or make silly faces in front of a webcam, if this is the best thing they can think of, this does not speak well for the intelligence of demons or the intelligence of those who hold beliefs in demons or demon possessions. As a matter of fact, nowadays they attribute everything to demon possession, whether you're overweight, whether you lose your job, whether you have bad midot, whether you cheat on your wife. Everything is not your fault. The devil made you do it. And if this is the case, how can a good God ever punish you for anything you did if Christianity is true? Or if even mystical Judaism is true? The idea that you can be possessed to do something that you don't want to do outside of your will. I guess people will say that I'm demon possessed because I'm speaking against demon possession. I mean, I figure if someone has the power to cast out a demon via the internet, why doesn't everyone watching that video also get their demons cast out? I mean, honestly, I could use a nice spiritual cleansing. And another important point I think that many people have overlooked here is the notion of Satan appearing everywhere. I mean, honestly, how many places could Satan be at the same time? Are these people willing to start saying that Satan, that this individual is also omnipresent, right? I mean, how can Satan be everywhere at the same time, right? I mean, how can this individual here be casting out Satan and that individual there also be casting out Satan? I mean, honestly, the whole idea is completely antithetical to Torah. And any serious thinker who espouses such ideas really should be questioned. I honestly think that this is all BS, all these online demonic encounters. And I think all these people who are claiming to be possessed by demons really just have serious psychological problems. I mean, I've even heard these online preachers call down fire from heaven, call down angels from heaven to beat up the demon. They'll say, make it harder, break his wings, kick him, hold him down, Gabriel, rape him, whatever. Anyways, friends, the truth is that this notion of demon possession actually arose out of mystical Judaism, as Josephus writes, that at the time of the Second Temple, Jews used to cast out demons. As a matter of fact, once when I was in yeshiva, I accidentally walked into a private meeting of a Rav casting out the ayin hara from one of the students. So the problem is not just their problem, but it's also our problem. But anyways, it makes you think that the people orchestrating these online demonic encounters really grew up with bad American horror films, right? Because that's how they make these demons behave, like they're straight out of a Freddy Krueger flick, right? I mean, think about it. You know, for those of us who also grew up with American television, we assume that if demons were at least semi-intelligent, they would take on the persona of someone out of Interview with the Vampire. Now, vampires don't claim to be thousands of years old, but at least in that movie, a few hundred. We see them speaking well, dressing well, GQ, pizzazz. No, you have these silly demons that can't even just turn off the webcam because I guess you're not smart enough to know that just by being on video and acknowledging that Jesus has the power to cast them back into hell, all this stuff, they're just making Christianity more powerful. Now, Islam also has its weird form of demonic encounters on YouTube, but they actually go as far as converting the demon to Islam. My friends, it's just ridiculous. And for anyone who builds their faith or comes to a belief system on the basis of some sort of demonic encounter they saw on YouTube, this is just really setting you up for disaster. Why? Because once you realize this is all nonsense, you're most likely to end up dropping God completely instead of just that religion specifically. But anyways, friends, this is really what I attribute this huge fallout of individuals from religious movements because they've invested so much on mystical ideas that when confronted with rational ideas, they can't respond. And then what? Then become atheists, then become humanists, then become secular. One other interesting idea is that when they interview these demons and they force them to speak, why do the demons not speak Hebrew? Why do they mispronounce biblical words? Why do they say, my name is Satan, instead of saying Ha-Satan, right? The accuser, that's the biblical word for it. Why do these demons also mispronounce other words like some Pentecostal preacher would also mispronounce? I mean, you assume if they were authentically the demons described in Kabbalah or Christianity, they would pop out with some smooth Temanit, right? Some Judeo-Arabic, something impress us, right? But they not only mispronounce words, but they justify outdated, disproven doctrines over and over again. Like, for some reason, they didn't get the email or they didn't get the subscription notice from Rabbi Asher Meza. But anyways, friends, if anything, this should show you that this is all nonsense. And the Torah never mentions demons. It never really mentions Satan and does not command you to believe in this idea. They're optional beliefs. They're not something that you must believe in. In my organization, we don't subscribe to the notion of demons or demon possession. Chas v'shalom. I mean, no one could be held accountable for anything if demon possessions actually exist. Think about it. How can a good God punish you for anything if it's ultimately some outside force making you do it? This is a Christian notion, and it's really also a Kabbalistic notion, that something outside of you could make you do something and still hold you liable for. I mean, at least it's brought down by the Balatanya of someone accidentally drinking Chalav Stam and going off the derech, or brought down by the Arizal that someone accidentally carrying dust in their shoe on Shabbos and finds himself in Gehenna. But anyways, for more information, friends, on everything Jewish, please visit bejewish.org. Thank you.